Hello and welcome to our Libra full moon community ceremony. Of course, the Libra full moon is official tomorrow, but this will give us time to get together and discern what we want to have as our intentions during this Libra full moon window. My name is Judy Keating, and I get to run Wise Transformation. I'm so excited you're here. And we're going to call in sacred space today. We're going to talk about the timing. We're going to have some ceremonial guidance from Lisa Michaels' Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. And we'll probably be here 45, 50 minutes. But it's great to do this work because it allows you to just take time for you and to get guidance from nature, which can't be overstated in terms of stabilizing us. And boy, do we need some stabilization right about now. So we just welcome the elements in. And I just ask whether you're here live or listening to the recording that if you can, you just take a deep breath and pull all your pieces and parts back to center. Wherever center is for you. Some people that might be the heart, some people that might be the low belly, some people that might be the solar plexus. Wherever you feel your center, could be in your feet for all I know. The place doesn't matter as long as you request that your energy return to center of your body. You know, we're in a time right now where fire and air are both at play, and we need to have a container that can be grounded. So we're just going to ask Earth, our body, to ground us today and to create a container that can expand into whatever we need. And we call upon water and ask that the energy of clear, clean, and current and being present emotionally with whatever's moving, whatever's true for you. Just allow presence for that to come through. And then air, we just ask for a fresh perspective today. We're going to have questions about relationships today, and most especially relationship to self and relationship to our ideas about us, about ourselves. So we just ask that air blow through in a way that's very gentle, that enlivens us by enabling us to slow down rather than speed up, and to take many deep breaths as we contemplate today. And we ask for the fire of inspiration to be with us. The Aries sun, that it isn't about fast action today. It's about action that resonates as being right for you and right for the whole. It can be small, it can be big, it can be incremental action. And rest is an action. Reflection is an action. Pausing is an action. So I just want to make sure we know that action isn't always rushing, even though Aries many, many times would tell us that fast is better. Because Venus is in retrograde still, it's going to come out of retrograde over the weekend. Because Venus is in retrograde, we're just going to say, we're going to do Aries a little slower today. And then Spirit, we just ask for your co-creative support, that you shore us up in a way wherever we need it, even if we don't know where that is, that you find where we need support, where we need shoring up. from you, Spirit. And so it is. Beautiful. So we do have a full moon tomorrow and a sun in an opposite archetype. We still have, um, I'm going to ask for your patience. I have to take this call. It's kind of urgent. So I'm going to pause the recording. Okay, so we have the full moon in Libra and we have the sun in Aries. Um, and these are opposite archetypes. And this can mean that it's time to release outdated ideas or out, out, outdated ways of doing things because we have this pairing. And, with the Libra full moon and the Aries sun, this is a really powerful time because Aries is all about individuation and Libra is all about our relationships. So, one is how do we become uh, able to lead through our own instinct, our own leadership power, and how do we relate that to the rest of our singular relationships, um, our community, our world? How do we balance the two of those? So when we consider Libra, which is what the full moon is in, it's an air sign, and it teaches the importance of balanced relationships. It has the capacity to see things from all sides, to honor each person's point of view. It can balance opposites, consider options, and mediate well. Libra has the power to create safe space for every other gate of awareness to be valued. And they can be very good at social skills, partnering, hostessing, and companioning. And they're the sign for roundtable consciousness and sacred right relationship. So this is a great time to take all of that and reflect it with yourself first and then with your other relationships. And Aries is the first gate of awareness. And that means that they teach all about individuation and they're about go, high spirit, energy, excitement, adventure, play, and competition. And as a sacred warrior, they'll fight to defend their beliefs and protect what they value in life. But they'll they like to go first, birth anew, get something started. So um, we've had this time of Aries being in the sun for quite a while now. We're getting towards the end of it, the next 10 days or so. And so it's a good time to check in. Is there anything that you want to initiate in the next little bit, along with reflecting on your relationships? It's a combination. So, whatever you're working on in terms of your intentions, in terms of what you're trying to move forward right now in your life, or what you're focusing on, we want to get a clear area of focus right now. So, whether that be for your intentions for the full moon, whether it be guidance on a project or guidance in your life, how can the elements help you with what you need right now? I'm going to put on a little music. And just a second, let me see. You can hear that, right? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Good. Okay. If you can just give me a thumbs up when you feel like you've got your area. Okay, great. Let me pause the music. And if you need more time and you're listening to the recording, you can just hit pause. Great. Thank you. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the Earth cards from Lisa Michaels' deck, the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. Just want to make sure you know what the new cover of those look like. And as always, give a plug. If you go to lisa-michaels.com, you can buy your own deck or you can get the deck on your phone, which is really fun to have through Deckable. It's really easy to do, and just wanted you to know about that if you don't have a deck already. And if you are been in our community for a long time and you have your own deck, I really recommend you pulling your own cards. But I do like to show all the cards now, of course, with full credit to Lisa. Um, these are the Earth cards. So take a glance at the Earth cards and see what would be the greatest support with what you are working on. Which card or cards jump out at you? Can you see those? I can read them if I need to. I can't hear you, darling.
That's okay. I usually have my deck here, but it's fine.
Well, we've got abundance and fertility. I'm just doing this for the recording in case anybody else has a hard time seeing it. Abundance and fertility, beauty and aesthetics, body wisdom, ceremony and celebration, containment, embody wholeness, foundations, gratitude, grounded, honoring cycles, nature.
Honoring cycles is what
There,
I was
there you go.
drawn to. Thank you.
hmm just to finish out for the recording, nature, organic timing, power to stand on your own, priestess, priest within, structure and form, stewardship, tending, and touch. Beautiful. So you now have your card, and I have mine. So, this is a constant question, but it just feels like the right question to ask in this Libra full moon. How, it should say you, not your. How can you, how can your relationship with your body improve? I guess that is okay. How can your relationship with your body improve is a question that I came up with. If that question doesn't resonate for you, then ask Earth what guidance it has for you. And again, I'll just put on some music. I know one way for mine. Drink more water. Okay, beautiful. And again, if you need more time and you're listening to the recording, just hit pause. So now we're going to take a gander at the water cards and I'll read them. Clear, clean, and current, deep dive, ebb and flow, emotional awareness, emotional maturity, emotional support and safety, feeling guidance, float, holding space, inner child, nourishment, pace, play, power of love, regeneration, relationship to others, relationship to self, and surrender. So take a few moments and figure out which one of these, or more than one, water support you need. Okay. And we're gonna keep going, but if you're listening to the recording, just hit pause until you've got your card or cards. So there's so much going on right now. That's why I said it's really time to slow down, even though it's in the Aries sun. And what feelings need your attention right now? What feelings need your attention? Okay. And I would just also add to that question, not only what feelings need my attention right now, but how can I honor them? That's something else you would want to consider. How can you honor those feelings? But moving on to air. So the air cards are very important because this is the sign that Libra is in, an air sign. And air cards include belief system, breath, communication, ethereal allies, energetic cords, focus, freedom, mass consciousness, meditation and prayer, peace, perspective, power of intention, soaring, thoughts, vibration, vibrational attunement modalities, visionary, or whole brain integration. There may be more than one that jumps for you, but just see if you can feel into which one of those. Just let me know when you have your cards. You might want to really open. You may have your own air question. I do have one for you, but you may have your own air question today, especially with this Libra full moon. But Libra believes that relationships are sacred, like that's their path to divine. So a lot of my questions are going to be about relationships. Okay, great. So we sometimes forget about the relationship to ourselves. And so what do you hold as the mental picture of your relationship to yourself and others? And the second part of that would be, does it need updating? What do you hold as the mental picture of your relationship to yourself and others? And if yourself and others is too big, just choose yourself. What do you hold currently as the mental picture, and does it need updating? That's our inquiry today. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Now just take a glance to see how all this is forming as we now move to the fire cards. And the fire cards are altered states, dynamic, energized, growth, illumination, letting go, life force, move, passion, power of action, radiant self, sensuality, sexual energy, shaman's way. Bear with me while I spark, transformation, warmth, and will. Okay, got your card, huh? Okay. So pause the recording if you're listening and you need to look at these a little deeper. But we're going to keep going. There is nothing more radical right now than doing what brings you joy. So, what actions spark joy in you? What actions spark joy in you? Is my fire question or challenge for today. Okay, good deal. I would love to know if you have an answer to that question. I'd love it if you type it in the chat for me to see it. That'd be great. We can all share those kinds of ideas. I know for me, playing with my pup is one of my big ones. Beautiful. Okay. If you're trying to talk to me, you're muted. I just didn't know if you wanted to speak.
Oh, no, I'll hold off right now.
Okay,
I, yeah,
no problem.
it's coming together. That's all I can say.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to the big reveal. The TBR, to be revealed.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Awesome. All right, so now we move to spirit. And I really invite everyone to take more spirit cards than they think they need, only because we really could all use a booster shot of, if I were to use that terminology, a boost of feeling supported, a boost of knowing that we're going to make it in these times. So from the Dear Spirit deck, which is active and receptive, as above, so below, as within, so without. Co-creation, compassion, creativity, desire, divine feminine, divine masculine, essence expression, grace and trust, life purpose, personal divinity, personal responsibility, power of choice, sacred union, upliftment, and the unified field. There could be two or three
Yeah.
that you want to pull into your field right now.
And I'm pulled by force. Okay. And
Got it?
yes.
Wonderful. All right. So because Libra is all about finding the sacred through their relationships, today's question is, in what ways do you desire to make your relationships more sacred? In what ways do you desire to make your relationships more sacred? That's our inquiry with spirit today.
Wow. All
Take
right.
take your time.
So,
Okay, you good? You're still
yeah.
thinking.
Done. Actually.
And this could be a question that you can ponder deeply, continually for the next couple of days, too. really would be a great contemplation for this time. All right, so now, of course, we're going to put it all together. What's your unified field message from Aries Sun and Libra full moon? And, what are the core insights that you get? And of course, you want to relate it back to whatever you had asked for guidance on.
Okay, yeah. Uh,
So if you need to, you can pause the recording to get complete with this.
okay.
All right. So just before I close today, I wanted to read something. I use this planner. It's the Llewellyn planner. It's got a bunch of, it's got all the information about the new and full moons, and it goes week by week. And I just thought this was fascinating. Go back here real quick. And I was looking at the week that we're in now. Bear with me a second. I thought this was worth it. This week marks the end of the seemingly interminable series of retrogrades that has put us to a screeching halt to getting the new year off the ground. And it says that this is actually Sunday marks the beginning, the true beginning of 2025, when energies flow unimpeded by any interplanetary retrogrades. Start figuring out what you want to achieve during the rest of the year and get ready to take action. So I just thought that was
Perfect.
fascinating. And I wanted to share that. And again, this is the Llwelyn Planner, complete astrology at a glance. It is your best opportunity periods from Paula Bellamoni, forecast by Michelle Perrin. I'll put a picture up since
Oh,
I
okay. It's a
uh,
notebook. Okay.
it's like a calendar planner, but I'll put a picture up when I send
Oh,
out the recording of this, advertising it, because it's really great. You can look at the whole year in so many different ways. But I just thought that was worth putting on the recording, that how important this week is and how important next week is. These next 2 weeks are really paramount to having a fresh start and going in the direction that we choose rather than have the direction chosen for us. So I'm just putting that energy out there for our community. Let's go. And the next time that we meet is going to be April 25th, 2025. And I'm just so grateful for all the people that watch the recording, that come live when it's convenient, to do this work, to ground in the elements, to reflect through the archetypes. And we're going to meet on the 25th at 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And it's going to be the new moon in Taurus. So we'll be ready for some beautiful Beltane-ish
wow.
energy coming up. Beautiful, beautiful. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the recording. Thank you for being part of the community. And just enjoy reveling in how precious you truly are. Many blessings. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Judy.